Hello everyone, this is our optics lecture. Today we are going to study about dispersion of light and prisms. As we know, the light will incident on any transparent material. It will give its different angle of refraction. So, color of light that we see depends on the frequency of that wave and refractive index of that material, which also depends on the frequency of the wave and increases with the frequency. Here, refractive index of light is different for different colors. So when light will incident on the denser medium, the angles of refraction are different for each color and they separate as they travel along different directions. This phenomenon is known as angular dispersion. So according to this rays, it will give different angles. So that is angular dispersion. If there will be polychromatic beam of light that which is compact of all different colors is incident on the plane parallel transparent slab, then emergent beam consists of component colors separated out. So in that case, all those are parallel to each other and also parallel to initial direction. This is lateral dispersion, which is measured as the perpendicular distance between the direction of incident ray and respective directions of dispersed emergent rays. From this diagram, you can observe that when there will be emergent beam, that all emergent beams will be due to different angle of refraction. So here, when it will emergent from that glass slab, that is from denser medium, it will comes out that all rays will be parallel to each other. And for it to be easily detectable, the parallel surfaces must be separated over very large distance. Then, to have appreciable and observable dispersion, two parallel surfaces are not enough. So in that case, we use prism, in which two refracting surfaces incline at an angle are used. So variety of prisms are having three rectangular surfaces forming a triangle. At a time, two of these are taking part in the refraction and another one will be base, which is not taking part in the refraction. So any section which is perpendicular to that base is called the principal section of that prism. So usually we consider all the rays are in that plane. Then these are two diagrams which are showing refraction through a prism and angular dispersion through a prism, where refraction which will use monochromatic light and in angular dispersion we use white light which will turns or which will disperse into different 7 colors. Then relation between the angles involved, that we have to study here. Look at this diagram. Now this diagram shows principal section ABC of a prism of absolute refractive index n, refractive index n, which is in air. Then refracting surfaces AB and BC. Then AB and AC are refractive surfaces and this BC is base. Then monochromatic light ray PQ obliquely strikes first reflecting surface AB, then normal passing through the point of incidence Q is MQN. This is a ray which is touching to the, or which is incident on the face AB, and through that there is normal, that is MQN. Then angle of incidence at Q is I. Then after refraction at Q, the ray deviates towards the normal and strikes second refracting surface AC at R, which is the point of emergence. Here M dash RN is the normal through R. Angles of refraction at Q and at R are R1 and R2, angles of refraction. Then after R, the ray deviates away from the normal and finally emerges along RS, making emergent angle E with the normal. Incident ray PQ is extended as QT. This incident ray is extended along this one till T. At X, if traced backward, and RS is also extended, so which is touching to this QT at X, then there is angle of deviation delta due to extension of RS and extension of angle of incidence in the straight line. It will give angle of deviation in terms of delta. So here we having this relation, angle AQN, angle AQN, this angle is equal to angle ARN. So there is quadrilateral AQNR, and this angle is nothing but 90 degree due to the normals which we have drawn. Then from this quadrilateral AQNR we are getting relation, that is A plus angle QNR is equal to 180 degree. So from this triangle QNR, triangle QNR, this triangle, we are getting R1 plus R2 plus QNR, which is equal to 180 degree. As we know, when there will be triangle, its sum of all angles of that triangle is equal to 180 degree. From this one, R1 plus R2 plus Q and R is equal to 180 degree. So from these two equations, A is equal to R1 plus R2, and angle of delta, angle of deviation, is exterior angle for XQR. Exterior angle for triangle XQR. So here we have angle XQR plus angle XRQ equal to delta. So which is giving I minus R1 plus E minus R2 is equal to delta. Here we can change that I plus E. We have to just take this E and I in one bracket, and minus sign will be common. So it will give R1 plus R2. So is equal to delta. Here this equation, that is according to A equal to R1 plus R2, we can write it as this I plus E minus A is equal to delta. So from this one we can write I plus E is equal to delta plus A. So you have to take this minus A into right hand side. So you will get this relation, angle of incidence plus angle of emergent is equal to angle of deviation plus angle A. So this is the relation which we are getting between angles. Then this deviation curve we have to study. Deviation curve, that is minimum deviation and prism formula, we have to derive from here. From the above relation, that is A equal to R1 plus R2, and this equation which we are getting, I plus E equal to A plus delta. From this we can say that this delta, E, R1 and R2 all depends upon angle of incidence, angle A and refractive index. So certain minimum value of angle of incidence, the emergent ray is possible. So this is because the fact that for I equal to, I is less than I minimum value of angle of incidence, and R2 is greater than IC, that is critical angle, the total internal reflection at the second surface, and there is no emergent ray, this will be shown in this diagram. That is then onwards, as I increases, as sin I upon sin R, as I increases, R1 also R1 increases, that is relation sin I upon sin R is equal to N. For R1 increases, R2 and E decreases. R2 and E decreases. So this variation in delta with increasing incident angle is different. So that we have plotted in this one diagram, that is in graph. Angle of deviation with the increasing value of I, the angle of deviation delta decreases initially, then decreases till delta m and then increases. So it should also be noted that the curve is not a symmetric parabola, but the slope in the part towards right is less. So it is clear that except at delta equal to delta m, there are two values of I for any given delta by applying the principle of reversibility of light to path PQRS. That is, in previous diagram, incident angle, incident ray PQ, then it will deviates and again emergent, that is RS, to travel this path PQRS. It is obvious that if one of these values of angle of incidence, the other must be E and vice versa. One will be I and one will be E. One will incident, another will emergent. So thus at delta equal to delta m, we have, at delta equal to delta m, we can say angle of incidence is equal to angle of emergence. So now in this case R1 is equal to R2. We have relation that derived the relation, that is A equal to R1 plus R2, which is now becomes, when these two are equal, it is equal to R. So we can write down that as A by 2 equal to R, that is angle of refraction. So we are getting this relation, R is equal to A by 2, and then now in this case QR is parallel to the base BC. So this QR is parallel to the base BC. Then we can write this equation, that is I is equal to E. From this one, this relation becomes I plus I equal to A plus delta m. So therefore it becomes 2I equal to A plus delta m. So I is equal to what? A plus delta m upon 2. So this is for angle of incidence, and angle of refraction we are getting equation, that is A by 2. So by putting these two values into refractive index, that is n equal to sin I upon sin R, we can write it as sin into A plus delta m upon 2 divided by sin A by 2. So this equation is known as prism formula. This is what? Prism formula, where refractive index is equal to sin A plus delta m upon 2 upon sin A by 2. So this is about the principal formula.